Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good. So today we are here for grade 9 maths. The chapter name is operations and here are the list of the lessons that are add and subtract, multiply and divide integers, evaluate variables expression involving integers, add and subtract the rational numbers, multiply and divide the rational numbers, evaluate variable expression involving rational numbers. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com. You have to log in by using their email and password that is provided by the administrators. So go to the subject tab, select maths. Here are scroll down, go to the grade, and then here are the list of the chapters. So today we discuss the first chapter that is operations. Now let's do with this chapter. And here are the list of lessons. So we're gonna click with the first one and then start. So first of all, add, subtract, multiply and divide the integers. You have to remember one thing. If for example, like if there is subtraction, like if one integer is positive and one integer is negative, okay? So what we do, if one is positive, one is negative, so your result is always positive, okay? So it means that if one integer that is positive and one integer that is negative, so you can see that you have to write the answer as a positive, okay? So now for the next one, if there is minus 291 plus into minus 493, when we just add up both of it, minus 291, I'm going to write it here, minus 291 plus into minus 493, 493. So look at here, these both integers are negative. So here is minus 291 plus minus is always minus 493. So when we are going to solve it out, so we have seen what we get the answer. So when we subtracted 291 over 493, so we can get the answer 202. But here is negative, negative, it's become addition. Okay, so we are just going to add up both of it and then we are going to put the sign with the greatest number. So when we gonna add both the numbers, then you get the answer 784. And which sign you put it? The sign with the greatest number. So here is the greater number, so we're gonna put negative sign. So it means that if the two integers are negative, then you get the answer negative, okay? So again, one thing I'm going to tell you, if this is two negative integers, then you get the answer negative. Understand? Now look at here. If, for example, if the two integers, like, let's just check here. So here is the question. There is a some greater number, okay? Like this is for addition and subtraction. So this is done for addition and subtraction. Now let's do for division. Divisibility rules are here. If there are two positive integers, okay, like there are two positive integers, like it's 240, you are going to divide it over 40, these both are two positive integers, then you get the answer positive, okay? If this is positive and this is positive, so you can get the answer positive. But if there is one negative and other also negative, if there are two negative integers, if there are two negative can be divided over negative, if the two negative integers are divided, answer is also positive. Understand? If there is two positive, answer is positive. If there are two negative is divided, answer is still positive. Okay, so these are the two rules for that divisibility. Now look at here. For multiplication, for multiplication it's different. If positive integers, like for example here is positive, like 3 is positive, 4 is positive, then you get the answer positive. Okay, positive integers. But if there is one negative and one positive, then you get the answer negative. This is different for multiplication. And for division, if two positive or two negative, answer is positive. But in the division, if there is two positive, then the answer is positive. If one of it is negative, then you get the answer negative. So these are the rules for that. Okay, the rules for addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Let's do some test questions. So look at here. One is negative and one is positive. 44 is negative and 13 is positive. So what you got the answer? If one is negative, one is positive, and these two are multiplied with each other, so you can get the negative. Okay, so the negative answer we get it. Now look at here. Here is the greatest number, which is positive. Add up with smallest number is negative. So the answer is positive or negative. There is greatest number. So greater number is positive. So it means that your answer is positive. Okay. Now let's do the division. What are the divisibility rules? As we know that if there are two negative, then you get the answer positive. And if there are two positive, then you also get the answer positive. Okay. But here is a question that is minus 400, and then you are going to divide it over 40. Okay, so it means that 400 is divided over 40, then you get the answer negative, because look at here, one is positive and one is negative, so then you get the answer negative. So look, this is negative and plus minus is minus, so these are two negative, so the answer is these are addition, but the sign you put it with the greater one. So what is the greater one? That one is the greater one. 7,154,360 add up with minus 7,376. So this is minus, this is minus. So when you just solve it, it's addition, but the sign you put it with the greatest one. So this is negative. Okay. These are the rules for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I'm going to repeat it all the rules again for one time. First of all, I'm going to repeat it for the division. For the division, if there are two positive numbers, like for example 70 that is divided by 44, so the answer is positive. If there is like two, one is positive number that is divided over negative number, so the answer is negative. Now if the two numbers are negative, like minus 70 divided over minus 4, so your answer is positive. Got it? This is rule for divisibility. Now for multiplication, if there are two positive numbers like 30 times 4, answer is positive. If there is any one of it is negative, like any one of it, here is 30 into minus 4 or this one, answer is negative. Got it? Now for the addition and the subtraction is simple rules. If the greatest number have a negative sign and the smallest number is positive sign, like for example, for the for the subtraction, if I'm going to put it here, so if there are two negative, these both are added, but the sign you put it with the greatest one. Remember one thing. The second thing, if there is 7, 10 and minus 10, one is positive, one is negative, it is subtracted, but the sign you put it with the greatest number, so that is positive. This is negative. So these are the basically divisibility rule, multiplicative rule, addition and subtraction rule for integers. Understand? Now you solve the rest of the question related this lesson by yourself. I'm just checking my mic, so it's working right. Okay, now let's move back. So we discussed that lesson. So let's just discuss the next one now. Okay, so here is the second lesson. Now we discuss that is evaluate the variable expression involving integers. Okay, so evaluate the expression for w is equals to minus 20. If some numbers like it's added or subtracted or like multiplicative or like in the form of division, in the form of multiplication, in the form of addition, or in the form of subtraction, and they are added with some variable expressions. So we are going to add up with in place of that number and then just check the rule, which rule is applied, and then we solve it out. Okay, like for example, here is w is equals to minus 20. Let's just write it. W is equals to minus 20. Understand? And the question which is given w plus 9, and they are saying that solve it out. So what does it mean? It means that in place of w we are going to put minus 20. So I'm just putting in place of w minus 20 plus 9. Again the same rule. Look at here. If one is negative, one is positive, it's always subtraction, and you put the sign with the greatest one. So minus 20 and plus 9. What's the answer you get it? You get it the answer 11. And which sign you put it? The sign with the greatest number. What is the greatest number here? That is 20, and with the 20 it's negative sign, so I'm going to put it here negative. So this is one negative integer and one positive. So when we are going to subtract, then we get the answer that is minus 11. Okay, so this is negative. Now evaluate the expression b is equals to minus 10 and b minus 6. So b is equals to minus 10 and b minus 9. Let's just suppose. If you have a question like this way, so what we do in place of b, first of all, I'm going to put it the value that is minus 10, and then I'm going to put in place of this minus 9 as it is. So minus 10 minus 9. What is the answer? These both are negative. Minus minus comes plus. So 10 plus 9 is 90. But which sign you put it? The sign with the greatest number. So what is the greatest number here? The greatest number is here negative, because with the 10 it's negative sign, so you put it negative 90. Understand? Hope you guys understand this one. Now for example, I'm just going to write a question here. For example, like x is equals to minus 5, and here is the question 10 minus x. What does it mean? It means that in place of x we are going to put minus 5. So I'm just putting like here 10 as it is, minus as it is. In place of x, I'm going to put minus 5. So 10 as it is. Now here minus minus, it becomes plus, and here is 5. So 10 plus 5, that becomes 50. Okay, this is also basically a one type of question that are given. Now let's do some test questions for that. So here, when we see this already we have done, no, not done. B is equals to minus 10. Let's do it. So we are just going to write it here then. Why it's not moving? Yeah, now it's moving. Now let's just do it. Okay. So look now. This is B is equals to minus 10, and here is B minus 6. Understand? So here it's B minus 6. Now in place of this B, I'm going to put minus 10, and here is minus 6 as it is. So minus minus becomes plus. So 10 plus 6 is 16, but you put the sign with the greatest number. So greater number is here 10, and with the 10 it's negative sign. So we are going to put negative, so that it's negative 16. Yes, this is the right answer. Okay. Now let's just solve this one. Z is equals to minus 1 and 3z. So in place of 3 as it is, in place of z I'm going to put minus 1. Just multiply 3 times 1 is 3, and with the negative sign as it is. Okay. One positive integer, one negative integer, when they both are multiplied with each other, so we are going to put the negative sign with it. So it's minus 3. So let's put negative 3. Okay. Now here is f is equals to minus 3. So f is equals to minus 3. So now we are going to put f plus 14. So in place of f, I'm going to put minus 3 plus 14. So what's the answer? Minus 3 plus 14. One is negative, one is positive. So it means that it's subtraction. So minus 3 plus 14, you get the answer. It's 11. With which sign? Positive sign or negative sign? What is the sign with the greatest number? Think about it, everyone. So the sign with the greatest number is positive. So we are going to put plus 11. There is no need to put the plus 11. So just putting 11. So here is the answer, that is 11. Okay. Now this one. This one is also so easy. Look at here now. It's minus 14 and minus c. So what is minus 14? Still same. In place of c, we're going to put minus 13. Look at here carefully now. Minus 14 as it is. Look at here. This is negative. This is negative. If there are two negatives, then minus minus becomes plus. So we are going to add up here plus 13. Okay. Now look at here the question. One is negative, one is positive. It means that it's subtraction. So when we subtract it, answer is 1. Because minus 14 plus 13 answer is 1. But which sign you put with it? The sign you put it with the sign with the greatest one. So with the greater number, what is the sign? It's minus. So we are going to put it here minus 1. That is here. and then we go with it. Okay, hope you guys understand this lesson, so you solve the rest of the question by yourself. Okay, now let's do the third lesson, that is add and subtract the rational numbers. So here is a question, 9 by 10 and minus 1 by 5. So you are going to subtract these two rational numbers. So the first thing that we do, we just make their denominators equal. Otherwise, we are unable to solve these kind of questions. Like for example, there is 9 by 10, 9 over 10 minus 1 over 5. So which is the smallest denominator? As we know that this is 1 5. So we just make this 5 equals to 10. We're going to put it here 1 by 5. Multiply and divide with the same number. So which number you're gonna multiply with it, and then you get the answer is here 10. 5 times which number, then you multiply and then you get the answer is here 10. So it means that 5 times 2, same number in the numerator as well as in the denominator. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 5 is 10. So now in place of this one, we're going to put 2 by 10. Okay, so 9 by 10 minus 2 by 10. So you are going to put only one denominator here, then just solving numerator because these both are same. 9 minus 2. What is the answer of 9 minus 2? That is 7 over 10. And this is your answer. Okay. Now let's just solve again. One more question for that. So for that, I'm going to use one more question from here. Okay. 5 minus 4 by 5. Look at here. This is simple. 2 by 5 minus 4 by 5. These both are same. Again is given. Okay. So here you are going to put 5. This is 2 minus 4. Now 2 minus 4. What is the answer? One is plus, other is negative. So it means that it's subtraction. And which sign you put with it? The negative sign, because the greater one is negative sign. So it's minus 2 over 5. Okay. There is one kind of question. If their denominator are not same, so how can we make it equal? Just multiply and divide with the same number, and then to make their only denominators become equal. Okay, just only become denominator there equal. And the second part is here, if their denominator are same, so you simply solve their numerators. Got it? Let's solve one more question, both of it, or let's do the test questions. So 3 by 4 plus 1 by 2. Let's do it. So it's 3 by 4 plus 1 by 2. What we do firstly? What is the first step that we will take? First of all, we check which denominator is smallest, that is 1 by 2. We take 1 by 2 here. Okay, 1 by 2. Multiply and divide with the number. Multiply and divide with the number to make it 4 here. So which number? 2 times 2 is 4. Multiply and divide with same. 2 times 1 is 2. So here it's 3 by 4 and here it's 2 by 4. So only one 4 we're going to put here. it's 3 plus 2. What is the answer? That is 5 over 4. So where is 5 over 4? Okay, look at here. If there is no answer, so what does it mean? It means that now here they are going to divide. Okay, divided by 5 over 4. So here is 5 inside, 4 is outside. 4 times 1 is 4. How much is left? 1 is left. What's the answer? 1 into 1 by 4. Got it? 1 into 1 by 4. Check it out. 1 whole and 1 by 4 as a fraction. 1 whole and 1 by 4 as a fraction. Got it? And this, in this way we're going to solve this question. Here is 7 by 10 plus 3 by 10. This is easy. 10 is their denominator and 7 plus 3 is again 10. 10 divided by 10, that is 1. Okay. Now let's do this one. This is also same. 3 plus 1 is 4 by 5 because 5 is same because their denominator is same. So 4 by 5 is the answer. Now here, we already done this one. I think so. Minus 2 by 5. This one is easy. 7 by 10 and 3 by 10. Let's solve it, okay? Here is 7 by 10 minus 3 by 10. So denominator is same, just only put 1. And here is 7 minus 3. So what is the answer? 7 minus 3? 5. Not 5, it's 4. So it's 4 by 10. Okay. So let's check, is there any 4 by 10? Yes, it's here. So then we go with this. Oh, okay. We look at here. Why it's wrong? 4 by 10. Again divide 4 by 10. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. You also check it out for one time, okay? Not like in this way. 2 by 5. Alright. Now, look at here this question. 3 by 4 plus 1 by 2. Let's solve this one. 3 by 4 plus 1 by 2. Let's check which one is the smallest denominator. 1 by 2. Putting full 1 by 2 here, multiply and divide with which number, then you get the answer here 4. 2 times which number, then you get the answer here 4. So 2. 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 times 2 is 4. So here is 3 by 4 plus, in place of 1 by 2, we are going to put 2 by 4. So 4 here, so just putting only 1 4 and then 3 plus 2, that is, what's the answer? It's 5 by 4. Okay, and if you are going to divide it 5 by 4, then we already solved this one, that the answer is 1 into 1 by 4. Okay, hope you guys understand this lesson as well. Okay, solve the rest of the question by yourself now. Let's do the next one. Multiply and divide the rational numbers. Here we're gonna add up and subtract the rational numbers. Now we're gonna multiply and divide the rational numbers. Okay, so check it out here. There is one method, let me tell you how to solve this one. So look at here. If they are saying that, like, for example, 5 by 4 divided by 4 by 2, because it's impossible to divide like these kind of fractions, so how can we solve it? 5 by 4 still same. We can change this division into multiplication and we can shift these two positions. Numerator become denominator and denominator become numerator. So what it becomes? It becomes 2 by 4. Understand? What we do, we are just going to shift division sign into multiplication and shift the position of second one, not the first one. Okay, like for example, if the question that is given like here 3 by 9 divided by 3 by 4. So what we do, we're just going to put 3 by 9 as it is, changing division into multiplication, changing 3 by 4 into 4 by 3. And now look, this 3 is same, we cancel out. And what's the answer? Here it's 1, here it's 1. 4 times 1 is 4, 9 times 1 is 9. And that is your answer. We get it. Okay. Now for example, if we are going to solve the question from here, minus 1 by 10 divided 4 by 1. Okay, minus 1 by 10 divided 4 by 1 by 4. Let's do it. Minus 1 over 10 divided 4 over 1. It's 4 over 1 or 1 over 4? 1 over 4, sorry. It's 1 over 4. How can we solve it? You guys know that how to solve this one? Everyone? Okay, you guys think about it. I'll just check my mic. Now it's working right. Okay, so where is the question? Yeah, it's here. So minus 1 over 10 as it is. Division can be changed into multiplication. 1 by 4 can be changed into 4 by 1. Understand? Look, 4 times 1 is 4. 10 times 1 is 10. And minus sign with it. If you want to write your answer like this way, it's right. But if you want to divide it more, so divide both the numbers on same table. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 5 is 10. So the answer we get it, that is minus 2 over 5. This is our final answer from this question. Okay, now let's do some test questions for that. I hope you guys understand this one. So minus 1 by 5 divided by minus 1 by 2. Let's solve it, okay? Minus 1 by 5 divided by minus 1 by 2. What we do firstly? Minus 1 by 5 as division can be changed into multiplication. Minus 1 by 2 can be changed into 2 by minus 1. Got it? Just simply multiply this one with this and this one with this. 2 times 1 is minus 2. 5 times minus 1 is minus 5. Minus minus cancel, and here you get the answer, that is 2 by 5. If there are two minus, so these two becomes plus. Okay, so the answer we get it 2 by 5. Let's check, is there right or wrong? Yes, it's right. Okay, let's do this one. 3 by 10 times minus 1 by 3. 3 by 10 times minus 1 by 3. It's already in the multiplication. So how can we cancel out? We can cancel this to this one and this to this one. So we are canceling out these two because these both are same, 3 3. So this become 1, this become 1. So 1 time minus 1 is minus 1. 10 time 1 is 10. So this is your answer. Okay, let's just click minus 1 by 10. That is here. Okay, Let me just write one more question for related to multiplication. For example, here is 6 by 9 multiply minus 4 by 3. We are going to cancelling out these two numbers with each other, these two numbers with each other. But if there is, look at here, 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6. 4 and 9 should not be cancelling out over the same table, so we are not able to touch it, okay? 2 times minus 4 is, 2 times 4 is 8 with negative sign. 9 times 1 is 9. So 8 by 9 with the negative sign is your answer. Hope you guys understand this lesson as well. So let's just solve the next one. Okay? Solve the rest of the test question by yourself. So here we go with this one. Evaluate the variable expression involving the rational numbers. And order of operations with rational numbers, you solve it by yourself. Okay? Alright, so look at here. Value of m is given, value of n is given. Evaluate the expression. Write your answer as decimal or whole number. It's all up to you, like you write your answer in the form of decimal or in the form of whole numbers. So here two values are given. M value is 4.9. Let's just do it. Value of m is 4.9. We are going to find m plus n. M is 4.2, n is 9.1. Let's solve it. Here is 4.2 plus 9.1. Point solves together. 2 plus 1 is 3. Point still here. 4 plus 9 is 30. So here is 13.3 is your answer. Understand? In this way, we are going to solve it one by one all the question. So look at here. Xy plus y. Here is x, y plus y. Okay. And values which is given, value of x is minus 5.4, value of x is minus 5.4, and value of y is minus 0.9, minus 0.9. Let's just put the values and then solve it out. In place of x, I'm going to minus 5.4. In place of y, I'm going to put 0.9. And same again, place of y, we're going to put minus 0.9. Just simply multiply 5.4 with 0.9. Okay, let's just simply multiply 5.4 with 0.9. You guys can multiply the basically decimal points with each other. 5.4 times 0.9, so you get the answer 4.86. This negative becomes plus. Now plus minus is minus 0.9. Now we are going to solve this 4.68 negative 0.9. When we solve this question, then you get the answer 3.96. Understand or not? This is the answer of that. Okay, look at here. Value of c is given, that is 1.4. Just simply put it here. Put all the values one by one in the missing digits. In place of missing digits, you are going to put that value, and then sometime it's maybe multiply with each other, sometime it's maybe addition, sometime it's maybe subtraction. Then just solve it. These are just a decimal points, just like simons. Okay, now let's do some test questions, then we'll finish up the class. Value of t if u is given, and find plus t. Okay, So value of t is 4.3, value of u is minus 0.2, minus 0.2. Let's find t u plus t. In place of t, I'm going to put 4.3. In place of u, I'm going to put minus 0.2. And in place of t again, I'm going to put 4.3. Let's just simply multiply t with u. So when we're going to multiply t, that is 4.3 times 0.2, that is minus 0.86. Why it's minus? Because if there are two numbers that are multiplied, we already write that thing plus minus. If there is negative integer and there is one positive integer, they both are multiplied with each other, so you can put the sign negative. Okay, then add up with 4.3. So 0.86 add up with 4.3. There is one is minus sign, one is plus sign. So plus minus is minus. Got it? But which number you can put the sign with it? You are going to put the sign with the greatest number. So the greatest number is here, positive sign, so that is 4.3 is positive, so we are not going to put any negative sign with it. That is 3.44 is your answer that we get it. Okay, so here is again the same part, that like d is given, f is given. First of all, you are going to multiply d with f. So 4 times 1.4, what's the answer? That is 5.6 with negative sign. Then negative negative becomes plus. Okay, so 5.6 add up with 4. So when you are going to add up with 4, that is 9.6, but with the negative sign, because greatest number is negative sign. Okay, this is just simple thing that we have done today. So today we discussed the grade 9 maths. The chapter name is operation. So we have covered all these 5 lessons today, that is add and subtract, multiply and divide the integers, then evaluate the variable expression involving integers, add and subtract the rational numbers, multiply and divide the rational numbers, evaluate the variable expressions involving rational numbers. So before starting the next session, you guys make sure practice all these lesson, all these questions. Okay, and if you still need any help in any of the question, then you can contact the tutors on Skype that are available Monday to Friday 5 to 9 p.m. All right, so we have covered all these lessons. So the last lesson is you can do it by yourself. This is also too much easy, just a simply orders operations are here. Okay, just simply there are two operations now involved, or otherwise we can cover this one as well in the next session. So now have a good day, you all.